Thanks to the coronavirus, it seems like the world has changed unrecognizably. These are certainly unprecedented times because this generation has just not experienced a pandemic like this. So what should one do? Fortunately, most of the basic sound financial principles that we should be following in normal times, whatever those are, is the same that we should be following today. Yes, the COVID-19 pandemic is unique in itself. It seems totally different from anything else experienced by the human race for decades. But from a financial planning perspective, what we do during any period of economic uncertainty can apply now. Here are 7 top tips for financial planning in the current crisis. 1. Stay calm. It is difficult to accept uncertainty, especially when it concerns your finances. With all the chaos and confusion around us, it is not unusual to panic, but this could lead to making decisions in the heat of the moment, which can have disastrous long-term consequences. It is important to remember the basic principles of long-term investing remain unchanged, so your mantra should be time in the market rather than timing the market. Panic at a time like this can take many forms. From a financial planning point of view, panic might involve just selling all your investments, or randomly buying investments, or irrationally spending large amounts of money on stockpiling on essential goods. Or it might mean simply ignoring your finances altogether and hoping it all works out. But rather than overreact to the situation or act in heat of the moment, stay calm. Before making any big financial decisions, make sure you step back, take a deep breath, and make sure you're making this decision not in a panic mode, but in a calm mode. Past events have shown us that maintaining perspective is what is important. It is easy advice to follow in times of prosperity, but now this advice really matters. Staying the course with a diversified portfolio of investments positioned for the long term is typically the best route to achieving your goals. Provided you have adequate liquidity, there is no reason to lie awake at night worrying about funds that have gone down in value in the short term. 2. Make sure you have enough cash reserves. It is always sound advice to retain some money in easily accessible accounts to cover any unforeseen contingencies. Ideally, you should have a full emergency fund that is equal to 3 to 6 months of your essential outgoings. Whether or not you have the full emergency fund at the ready, now is the time to figure out just what you have available and where the money is held. Hopefully, you may not need it, but jobs are currently being affected, employees being furloughed, businesses have been negatively impacted, either reducing their hours, reducing the services, experiencing reduced demand, or some of them closing altogether. So it's important to know exactly what you have available and where that is held in case the need does arise. 3. Review your income and expenditure. It is always a good idea to review your income and expenditure with a view to reducing unnecessary cost. But right now, it could be particularly advisable to do this. As we don't know how long this crisis around the coronavirus pandemic will last, by tightening our belts slightly and reducing the unnecessary expenses where possible, you can make sure that your available resources go further. You may be able to shop around to maybe get a better deal for your utilities or broadband or perhaps your mortgage. There's no harm in reviewing everything. As Benjamin Franklin famously said, a penny saved is a penny earned. Of course, this doesn't mean surviving on beans on toast, but if you have an extra subscription service that you rarely use, for example, this might be a good time to cancel that. 4. Review your existing arrangements. With extra time to hand, thanks to working from home, it is wise to get your ducks in a row. When is the last time you reviewed your existing arrangements? Are your investments and pensions invested in the right places? Are they aligned to your long-term objectives? Are they well diversified? Are they in line with your current attitude to risk? Do you have adequate insurance in place to protect yourself, your family, and your businesses in the event of your death, disability, or critical illnesses? Is your personal will and business will, are they all up to date? This may be a good time to try and find answers to these and other questions about financial planning. 5. Diversify. As the old adage goes, don't put all your eggs in one basket. Diversify your investments as widely as you can so they won't all react in the same way to financial or economic impacts. There are various different ways to diversify, and the more you can use, the better. You can diversify by the type of investments. For example, shares, bonds, and commercial property are 3 different asset types that can provide potential for growth. Then, within those types of assets, diversify further. Rather than investing in, say, 6 or 7 companies of shares, invest in funds which spread your money widely across many more. Ensure further diversification by choosing funds which invest across different sectors of the economy, and also by spreading into investments in different geographical regions. So you can also diversify by choosing investment managers with different investment styles. Now, many managers invest in sort of same way, so even spreading your money between a number of them will not really give you real diversification. So find managers whose investment styles differ. For example, a fund manager investing in small companies in the UK which make profits in the UK, combined with one who invests in large multinational corporations for the income they generate, will provide diversification. One of the great advantages of diversification of your assets is that it can provide peace of mind. 6. Use the crisis to your advantage. When financial markets fall and investors panic, they often overreact or act irrationally. This may give an excellent opportunity to invest in assets at reduced prices. The market crash can be a great opportunity for the wise investors who are calm, astute, and focused on the long term. Of course, you should only consider investing money that is not needed in the short term, because markets could go down further and may continue to do so for some time. Things could get worse before they could get better. There are no guarantees in financial markets. But if history serves, with the major UK and international indices substantially lower than the 2020 high point, this could be a great time to invest. Warren Buffett once said that as investors, we should be fearful when others are greedy and greedy when others are fearful. 7. Get professional help for your finances. Whether you want to review your existing arrangements or make new investments, it usually pays to seek professional financial advice. Deciding to invest your spare cash to take advantage of the depressed markets is only the first step. What you invest in will totally depend on your personal circumstances, your financial objectives, your attitude to risk, your current tax bracket, and such other factors. There is no one-fits-all solution. With the increasingly complex investment horizons, it can be rather challenging for investors to go it alone. That's why many turn to professional financial advisors. It's their job to recommend a suitable portfolio, make sure that you're maximizing the tax efficiency by using all your available allowances and tax breaks. If you would like more information on this subject or wish to discuss your own financial circumstances, please get in touch with us at JPS Wealth Management Ltd using the details in the description. Thank you for watching.